Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Israel YK Lubogo, and today I bring to you Echoes of Eternity, navigating the depths of poetry's enchanted universe, a metaphysical journey brought to you by Israel YK Lubogo. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow esteemed scholars, and as well as poetry enthusiasts. In the realm of literature, where words dance upon the page like melodies in the wind, poetry stands as a beacon of artistic expression. It beckons us to embark on a journey of discovery and enlightenment. In the famous words of T.S. Eliot, who was famously remarked, "Genuine poetry can communicate before it is understood," reminding us of the transcendent power of verse to touch the depths of our souls and stir the echoes of our collective consciousness. With each stanza, each line, and carefully crafted word, poets weave a tapestry of human experience, inviting us to explore the myriad landscape of emotion, thought, and imagination. In the famous words of William Wordsworth, who famously declared, "Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotion recollected in tranquility," reminding us of the intimate connection between poetry and the human spirit. Today, we gather to embark on a journey through the enchanted realms of poetry. Whether form meetings, meaning the language transcends the boundaries of time and space, from the structured elegance of classical sonnets to the free-spirited experimentations of Bonanist verse. Each poem offers a glimpse into the ineffable beauty and complicity of human experience. As we delve into the nuances of poetic analysis, let us heed the words of Maya Angelou, who proclaimed, "I have learned that people will forget what you said, but people will never forget what you did, and people will never forget how you made them feel." In the same vein, let us approach the study of poetry with a sense of reverence, humility, and wonder. For in the words of Emily Dickinson, "If I feel physically as if the top of my head were taken off, I know that is poetry." So, let us embark on this odyssey of the imagination, guided by the timeless wisdom and boundless creativity of the poets who have come before us. In the words of Robert Erust, "Two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." Let us journey together, dear friends, into the heart of poetry, where the echoes of eternity await. It is with great honor and humility that I come before you today to address a topic that is not only timeless, but also endless, enriching the study of poetry. As we embark on this academic journey, let us delve into the intricacies of poetic analysis, exploring the hows, the do's, and also the don'ts that define our approach to this revered form of artistic expression. Firstly, let us consider the hows of poetry analysis. To truly understand and appreciate a poem, one must engage in a multifaceted examination of its form, content, as well as context. This entails close reading, whereby every word, every line, and every stanza is meticulously scrutinized for its meaning, imagery, and linguistic devices. Additionally, a thorough understanding of poetic elements such as meter, rhyme, and symbolism is essential in deciphering the intricate layers of meaning embedded within the text. Moreover, the study of poetry necessitates an exploration of the poet's intent and the historical, cultural, and social milieu in which the poem was composed. By contextualizing the work within its broader framework, we gain invaluable insights into the underlying themes, motifs, and cultural resonances that imbue the poem with depth and significance. Moving on to the do's of poetry analysis. It is imperative that we approach the subject with an open mind and a willingness to embrace ambiguity and complicity. Poetry, by its very nature, is often characterized by ambiguity, metaphor, and multiple layers of meaning. Therefore, rather than seeking definitive answers or interpretations, we must adopt a spirit of inquiry and exploration, allowing for multiple readings and interpretations to coexist harmoniously. Furthermore, we must strive to cultivate an appreciation for the diversity of poetic forms, not only forms but also styles and traditions that span across different cultures and epochs. Just as two poets are alike, as I was saying, just as no two poets are alike, no two poems are identical, and each deserves to be approached with sensitivity, respect, and discernment. Finally, let us turn our attention to the don'ts of poetry analysis. One of the gravest mistakes one can make is to impose rigid or formulaic interpretations onto a poem, thereby stifling its inherent richness and ambiguity. Similarly, the reduction of poetry to mere biographical or historical data does a disservice to the complexity and universality of the poem experience. Moreover, we must guard against the temptation to prioritize intellectual analysis over emotional engagement. While a scholarly approach is indispensable, it must be complemented by an emotional resonance that allows us to connect with the poem on a visceral level, transcending the boundaries of time, culture, and even language. The study of poetry is a novel pursuit that demands intellectual rigor, emotional sensitivity, and unwavering commitment to the pursuit of truth and beauty. By adhering to the principles outlined herein, we can unlock the transformative power of poetry and embark on our journey of discovery that enriches our lives, expands our horizons, and will certainly further illuminate our understanding of poetry. This can be attained by further delving into specific examples that exemplify the hows, the don'ts, and the do's of poetic analysis. Let's consider, for instance, William Wordsworth's seminal poem, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, which vividly portrays the transformative power of nature on the human spirit. Through a close examination of Wordsworth's use of imagery, symbolism, and meta, we can unravel the poem's deeper meanings and appreciate its timeless relevance to the human condition. In terms of the do's of poetry analysis, let us turn our attention to the works of the renowned writer Emily Dickinson, whose enigmatic and yet elliptical style challenges readers to engage with her poems on multiple levels. By embracing ambiguity and resisting the temptation to impose fixed interpretations onto our work, we can fully appreciate the exclusive beauty and profound insights that characterize Dickinson's poetry. Conversely, the don'ts of poetry analysis can be exemplified by the reductionist approach often taken towards canonical works, such as Shakespeare's sonnets. Rather than viewing these poems as mere exercises in form and technique, we must strive to uncover the emotional depth and existential themes that underlie Shakespeare's masterful use of language as well as his masterful use of imagery. Moreover, it is essential to recognize the diverse voices and as well as the diverse perspectives that enrich the tapestry of poetic expression. From the haunting lyricism of Sylvia Plath to the bold experimentations of E. Cummings, each poet brings a unique sensibility and vision to the art form, challenging us to expand our horizons and question our preconception. The study of poetry is a multifaceted endeavor that demands intellectual curiosity, emotional empathy, and a willingness to engage with ambiguity, complexity, and finally, we can embrace the hows, the don'ts, and the do's of public analysis. We can embark on a journey of discovery that illuminates the human experiences and enriches our understanding of the world around us. I will now delve deeper into the examination of a popular poem to elucidate how an examiner might approach the major issues involved in poetry analysis. Let us delve in Robert Fruit's timeless masterpiece, known as The Road Not Taken. As our guiding example, this poem, with its depictively simple language and universal theme of choice and regret, serves as a rich terrain for exploring the complexities of poetic expression. One major issue that an examiner might focus on is the ambiguity inherent in the poem. On the surface, The Road Not Taken appears to celebrate the notion of individualism and self-reliance, as the speaker reflects on their decision to take the less traveled path. However, on a closer examination, it can reveal layers of irony and uncertainty, as the speaker acknowledges that both paths are equally one, and that their choice will be subject to revision and reinterpretation in the future. Furthermore, in analyzing this ambiguity, the examiner might consider how Frost employs poetic devices such as metaphor, imagery, and tone to convey multiple layers of meaning. For example, the diverging paths in the wood serve as a potent metaphor for the choices we face in life, while the speaker's wistful tone and reflective mood underscore the ambivigilance and as well as the uncertainty that accompany the decision making. Furthermore, the examiner might explore the thematic implications of the poem, focusing on as well as broader issues such as free will versus determination. As I was saying, such as free will versus determinism, the nature of regret and hindsight and existential dilemmas inherent in the human condition. By situating the poem within its historical and cultural context, the examiner can elucidate how Freud's exploitation of these themes resonates with larger philosophical and literal conditions. Moreover, the examiner may interrogate the poem's form and structure, considering how Freud's use of rhyme, meter, and stanzaic organization contributes to its overall effect. For instance, the poem's regular theme, scheme, and rhythmic cadence lend it a sense of muscularity and, as I say, musicality and inevitability, while its conversational tone invites readers to engage with its sense of things on a personal level. The road not taken exemplifies the rich complexity and enduring relevance of poetry as an art of form. By carefully analyzing its language, imagery, themes, and structure, examiners can unlock the deep meanings and insights that lie beneath its depictively simple surface, thereby enriching our understanding of both the poem itself and the broader human experience it encapsulates. Let us explore major examinable areas of poetry along with some specific examples, starting with form and structure. The poet form, as I was saying, the poetic form refers to the organization and structure of a poem, including its rhyme sequence, its meter, and stanzic arrangement. For example, Shakespeare's sonnets, particularly Sonnet 18, exemplify the structured form of the sonnet with its 14 lines, iambic pentameter, and the ABABE, CD, CD, EF, EF, GG rhyme sequence. Number 2, language and imagery. Poetic language employs figurative devices such as simile, metaphor, personification, and imagery to evoke sensory experiences and convey meaning. An example in Longstone Hughes' Harlem, Dream Deferred. The poet's vivid imagery and metaphoric language, does it a dry up like a raisin in the sun, invites readers to contemplate the consequences of deferred dreams. Number 3, theme and message. Themes in poetry encompass universal concepts and ideas explored by the poet, such as love, mortality, nature, and identity. Example in Maya Angelou's Still Arise, the theme of resilience, empowerment resonates with the poem's powerful message of self-affirmation and defiance in the face of adversity. Number 4, tone and mood. Tone refers to the poet's attitude or emotional state towards the subject matter, while mood invokes the atmosphere of feeling created by the poem. An example in T.S. Eliot's The Love Song of Jane. In the love song of Jane Alfred's Prufrock, the tone of existential angst and delusionment permeates the poem, contributing to its overall mood of modernist alienation. Number 5, symbolism and allegory. Symbols are objects, images, or elements in a poem that represent deeper meaning or abstract concepts, while allegory involves extended metaphoric narratives that convey moral or philosophical messages. An example in William Blake's The Tiger. The tiger symbolizes primal ferocity and the mysteries of creation, while also serving as an allegory for the dark aspects of human nature and the divine. Number 6, context and cultural significance. Understanding the historical, cultural, and biographical context in which a poem was written can enrich the interpretation as well as shed light on its significance. An example, Sylvia Plath's Daddy gains deeper resonance when considered in the context of her tumultuous relationship with her father and the broader themes of patriarchy, trauma, and female empowerment. And finally, voice and perspective. The poet's voice and perspective reshape the narrative as well as the emotional impact of the poem, influencing how readers perceive and interpret the poet's meaning. An example in Walt Whitman's Song of Myself. The poet's expansive and yet inclusive voice celebrates the interconnectedness of all beings and reflects his democratic vision of America. And therefore, by examining these key areas in poetry analysis, scholars and students alike can gain a deeper appreciation for the art form and uncover the rich layers of meaning as well as the rich layers of complexity embedded within this poetic text. Thank you for embedding on this journey with me. I remain Israel YK Lubogo. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with me and listening to me. I shall take my leave.